Hello everyone, you are on the Moby channel and I am glad to see you on my channel. In this video, I will tell you when a new episode can be released and what we can see in it based on fan animations, but before you start, be sure to like it. Let's get 5,000 likes on this video, and also subscribe to the channel. Let's get 400,000 subscribers on my channel before the new year. Anyway, we're starting. To begin with, I noticed a very interesting pattern in the series, and specifically the whole story in the series is always repeated. For example, the Battle of the Titans with the Titan G toilet. Or infiltrating the secret base of Skibidi toilet. The appearance of help when it is very necessary. Perhaps someone will say that this is exactly how the ideal plot is built, that is, a repetition of the old with the addition of a new one, and if you think so, then it really is. A good example is the game Fortnite. Recently there was an OG season in the game, where old mechanics, skins and a map returned, and at that moment there was a very large online. Because a large number of old players have returned to the game, and new players have been added along with them. Mr. DaFuq does the same. What if I told you that agents have already entered the secret laboratory of Skibidi toilet? Would you believe me? But it was in episode 27, and do you know what opened, or even rather said broke down the door to the laboratory? It was my agent Speaker Man. And what did we see in episode 67? Right. The door to the agent's secret bunker was also held by Big Agent Speaker Man. Do you think this is a coincidence? Or a brilliantly thought-out plot? Also, why do you think Astro Toilet destroyed the large agent Speaker Man in episode 53? After all, there was a more serious and main character nearby. This is a plunger cameraman. I think that Astro Toilets are opponents from the future, and if they are from the future, then they know what happened to the scientist in the secret bunker and how the agents were able to get into the secret bunker. I assume that this Astro Toilet had the task to destroy all large Speakerman agents so that agents in the future could not get into the secret bunker, but this Astro Toilet did not take into account that at the time of episode 53 there were more large Speakerman agents in the Agent Alliance, and perhaps now the plans of Astro Toilets have changed and they switched to Titan TV Man. Because if the plot repeats, then next we can see how the Titan TV Man, similarly to how the infected Titan Speaker Man and Titan G Toilet in episode 35 get into the secret laboratory of agents, it can also be with the Titan TV Man. What if the scene where they try to infect Titan TV Man was shown to us for a reason? What if Astro Toilets already has a plan to infect and subdue Titan TV Man? Maybe in the future they want to destroy all the agents who were able to get into the secret bunker. I know that all this sounds very crazy and it can be said that it is impossible. But all this is one big plot twist and reveals to us some of the actions of the characters, the motives of which are unknown to us. Believe me, Mr. Boom has built a very interesting plot. Of course I haven't seen the whole plot and I can't know what's going to happen next, but what I know for sure and what I always tell you is that the plot doesn't end, it just begins. Mr. Boom doesn't just spend 10 to 15 hours a day creating a new episode for all of us. Therefore, you should all support him. After watching this video, be sure to go to his channel and review his last 2 episodes several times, so you will not only refresh your memory, but it will be even more interesting for you to watch the new episode, which I assume will be released soon. Now we will watch another fan animation, and then I'll tell you the release date of the new episode, as well as the author of this fan animation. Assume that part 2 of episode 68 will take place in a secret bunker. And probably the agents will immediately begin to be attacked by the already familiar Skibidi toilet, but our heroes will easily cope with them. Next, the agents will probably split into 2 squads, because there are 2 corridors in the bunker, which by the way may also hint at the third part of episode 68, that is, in the second part they will show us what happens to one squad, and in the other part they will show us what happens to the second squad. But if this does not happen, then in the future, as I assume, Mr. Boom will make his own original comic book, in which we will find out what happened to the second squad of agents in this laboratory. And also in the comics we can tell the continuation of some unfinished stories that were in the series. How do you like this idea? Would you buy yourself a comic book based on the Skibidi toilet universe? Personally, I would love to get it for myself. Write your opinion in the comments. And we're going back to fan animation. As I said, the agents would have effortlessly repelled the first wave of opponents, and then they found a secret place where they create various Skibidi hybrids. This author presented here such a Skibidi hybrid, but I think that an infected simp cameraman would look good in this place. And the agents will fight him. At first they will try to save him, but he will be so badly changed and infected that it will be quite difficult to cure him, and most likely only TV Woman will be able to save him using his purple radiation. And I imagine a simp-infected cameraman like this. I have specially put a black background now so that you can imagine this picture in your thoughts. I assume that the simp camera has increased significantly in size. It will be a mix of the Nemesis from the Resident Evil game and the Skibidi hybrid, which we have often seen in recent episodes. And most likely he will be the personal bodyguard of the Skibidi scientist, or a separate boss for an elite squad of agents. And as I guess the fight will end in a draw, and we will only see the continuation next season, and already next season, because I remind you that episode 68 is the final episode in season 22. And season May 23rd begin with simp cameraman flashbacks. I know that everything said in this video is a big crazy theory, but that's probably why you're watching me. You can also write your theories from the comments and get into the next video like these guys here. Well, it's time to answer the question when the second part of episode 68 will be released. I assume that today or tomorrow we will receive the first leak of information, and within the next 24 hours we will be able to receive the episode itself, because the same thing happened with the first part of episode 68. Generally speaking, a new episode may be released within the next 3 days. In any case, go to my Discord server, because that's where all the leaks appear first, and only then I create an entry on YouTube. The link to the Discord will be in the description. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and remember the plot does not end, it just begins.